I went to Norcross High School in Norcross, and because I was swimming full-time with Dynamos, I just was able to go to the swim meets. But that was a really neat experience for me to have, and I'm glad my coaches let me swim for my high school, because some of my biggest competition swam for their high school teams. So one of my goals for the year was to break the national high school record, and you could only do that at a high school meet. So I was able to accomplish that at a high school swim meet, and went my fastest time on behalf of Norcross, and that's always fun when you can go back and go to school and have everybody, be happy for you that you got Norcross on the map for swimming. I went to Stanford University, and I was recruited right the day that I was able to be. So my junior year, right my last day of school, Richard Quick, who was the coach at Stanford, was actually at our house for a recruiting trip that night. And from that point on, I wanted to go to Stanford. And it kind of unfortunately put the other schools at a disadvantage, because when I graduated, I was the top #1 recruit that I shared with Jenny Thompson. So we really had a nice opportunity to choose where to go to college, and I really couldn't, no one else can compete with what Stanford had to offer. And given the fact that I had to get a scholarship in order to go out of state, Stanford knew that, and they were willing to give me that scholarship and take a chance on me. So it was an absolutely unbelievable experience. Not only to win national titles there, which being around so many great athletes at Stanford, which there's so many great athletes. I remember going to the training room to get ice on my shoulder, and Tiger Woods was coming in. And someone was asking, "Oh, who's that?" That's Tiger Woods. And we were like, "Who's that?" We don't even pay attention to, to golf, because we have so many Olympians either on our, our tennis team, on our track team, on our swim team, and diving, and basketball. I mean, everybody was a national champion that was on those teams. So no one really stood out because everyone was so great. So I think you get a little spoiled at Stanford when you walk by Tiger Woods and don't really, flinch, because there's so many great athletes in their own right there. Stanford was a wonderful, wonderful experience, and Richard Quick was a great coach. Unfortunately, we lost him to cancer a couple of years ago, but he definitely had a great influence in my life. I was 15, and it was about 6 to 8 months past the Olympics. I missed the Olympic Games in '88 when I was 14. And I had just turned 15 and set some really big goals for the year. It was terrible for me to watch the Olympic Games that year because I missed it. I was 4th, and they take the top 2. So I kind of came out with a vengeance in 1989, and just really hit my stride. I was really zeroed in, focused on breaking Tracy Calkin's American records, and I think it was the gal from Japan. It was Hiroko Nagasaki's 200 breaststroke record. And by the time I went to the national championships, I was so focused and really blinded by, I'm going to break these records and win these titles. I didn't even know if anyone was swimming next to me, which is an amazing feeling, and one that, to be so prepared and to know that you're not going to fail, you really don't get that feeling much in your life. And to feel that great, that nothing's going to stop you, it's exhilarating. And to have it happen was just as I had been thinking about and dreaming about and visualizing, was amazing. So it was something I'll never forget, and I won't forget. I remember every single second of each of those races.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world.
So the hero in my life is my mom. Always been my #1 supporter. From when I was swimming fantastic, and we could both get teary after breaking all those records, and kind of sitting in the on the bleachers and just kind of taking a deep breath, a big sigh that I can't believe we just did this, and the chances of it happening again are very slim, and we both knew that at the time. So enjoying those moments with her, and she actually really loved listening to me talk about my practices. Coming home, and she was doing nails in our basement, and so all of her clients got to know our family and got to know my swimming and knew my splits, which was funny. So now I work for Hewlett-Packard. I'm actually on leave right now. Our son was diagnosed with retinoblastoma, which is an aggressive, really rare eye cancer about 6 weeks ago. So I'm on leave from Hewlett-Packard and spending the summer at the pool, trying to keep life as normal as possible for 3 kids. We've got an 8-year-old, almost 9, Reese, and then we have another little girl, Rachel, who is 6, and Jonas is 3. So we're going through chemotherapy and going down to Emory a lot. And in the meantime, we're doing what makes the kids happy, which is going to the pool. That's what we do every day. I'm happy to take them. It just brings back a lot of memories for me and makes this whole experience that the whole family's going through with Jonas easier because we have some normalcy. So the pool means a lot.